Today we are going to do a strip steak run in the freeze dryer. Strip steak was on sale for a very good price, so I bought one of the whole roast and cut it up myself. And I tried to get it about 3/4 of an inch thick. Some of them were a bit thicker. And then what I did was I went out and grilled them on my barbecue grill. Trimmed all the fat off after I grilled it. And this is what I'm left with going in the freeze dryer after eating some, the things we do. So what I do is I got 2 trays of the whole steaks. So we're going to freeze dry those. And I got 2 trays where I sliced them in thin slices. And I got to thinking after I did one tray, I thought, well, I'd like to be able to package that and still maintain the shape of a steak but have it sliced. And I got a great idea came to mind. So I dug out my kebab sticks, bamboo sticks, and ran one through all these sliced pieces. So now, like that one, you got the whole steak sliced in about 1/4 inch slices, and then with a stick going through it. So I thought that would package up real nice. You want to get real fancy, you could probably put some styrofoam on those tips and not be worried about poking holes in your Mylar bags. But I'm not going to vacuum seal them, so I think it should be alright. We'll just keep an eye on them. I only did 1 tray that way. I want to see how it comes out. My idea being is I'd like to show the reconstitution. We're going to try several different things when we reconstitute these steaks. So let me fire up the freeze dryer. We'll get this into the freeze dryer and freeze dried. Next time you see it, they'll be coming out, and we'll do some rehydration of grilled strip steaks. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so my steaks are done. So just to reiterate, if I didn't say it, I can't remember. It's been about 40 hours since I started this and started recording. I got a big sale on steaks. I cut these steaks myself from a roast. They're strip steaks. I grilled them on my barbecue, and then I trimmed all the fat off of them. And then on these 2 trays, I did whole steaks. And these 2 trays I cut them in slices. After I had already done one and it was freezing and I was doing this one, I got to thinking I could put skewers in there and hold the steak together even though it's still cut. And that would kind of like be a great way to package that, I think. Kind of wish I'd have done that with these. But I also, when I was cutting these, I ended up with a lot of juice from the cutting of these, and I saved that juice. It's in my refrigerator right now. I added a little bit of water, threw in all the fat that I trimmed off, which still had some good meat on it, and boiled that and made a really nice stock with that. Beautiful stock. So on my next load in the freeze dryer, I'm going to skim the fat off of that, which has got about 1/4 inch of fat on the bowl in the fridge. Then I am going to freeze dry that stock, and I'll think when I package these for the final packaging, I'm going to include some of that stock in each package of the steaks, and we can rehydrate it with that stock, because that stock has got a really nice charcoal smoky barbecue taste to it, and that'll put that taste back into these steaks, I think. I'm looking forward to that. But it's getting really late at night, and I want to get these packaged. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to package these. I got a test package, which I'll probably do tomorrow after work. The whole steaks, I'm just going to put these whole steaks in this bag, all in one bag for now, because I'm thinking I'm going to make some meals on this, but I want to do a reconstitution. And these cut strips without skewers, like a sandwich bag, put about one steak in each bag. This is just a temporary packaging right now. I'm not zipping them all the way shut. I'm zipping them a little bit shut. That way when I put my O2 absorber in there, it'll still do a good job. Okay. And this is the cut steaks with skewers. I'm going to keep that one out. We'll reconstitute that one. Yeah, I really like the way that holds together. Let me know what you guys think of that idea. I'm going to put a 300cc O2 absorber in there. I should have packaged my tips. Alright, so there we have it. I got them all sealed up. Tomorrow, after work, I'll get cleaned up. And we're going to have steak for dinner tomorrow because I'm going to reconstitute some of these different ways. So I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, I am ready to do a taste test. We're going to try and rehydrate this 3 different ways and see which way is the best way. I'm going to put a few pieces of this sliced steak in Ziploc bags. See how many I got in here loose. Alright, so I got 3 pieces of each. And this was a pretty close to a medium rare when I cooked that. Let's put my steaks away. Alright, so what I have here is I have tap water, and that is at 75.7 degrees. So I'll pour that into this bag. Let's lock that shut. Let that reconstitute. Then I got this warm water, which is 127 degrees. Let's try and get that up just a little bit more. I want 130, which is about a medium rare steak. 129.9. That's good. So let's put this warm temp water, 130 degrees, in this bag. Seal that. And this one, I just boiled a kettle on that, and it is 162.5, so it's cooled down pretty quick. Alright. I'm just going to let that sit for a couple of minutes and we'll come right back. Let me get these out of the way. It's been a couple minutes. And that one feels like it's reconstituted well. That one feels like it's reconstituted pretty well. And that one feels like it's reconstituted pretty well. So let's get them out of the bag. Alright, so let's see if that made any difference with the temperature of the water. little bit chewy. This is the room temperature. A little bit bland, by the way, but we're going to solve that in my next video. We're just trying to get the reconstitution right now. So I'll say chewy, but a bland flavor. This was at 130 degrees, which is what you would cook your steak at. We rehydrated that. I don't know why that has a little bit more flavor, but I also got a portion of that was still crunchy inside, not rehydrated. To me, that's a better flavor. It's the outside that had the charbroiled on it that's a little bit slower to reconstitute, where it grilled on the outside of the steak. The center is quite nice. Let's try one that I put boiling water in. Well, okay. First of all, I noticed that's very tough. But it tastes good. Even more flavor than that, and that is very bland, and that's probably because of the temperature. The taste bud just don't like the temperature of that, maybe. But this is definitely tougher. So cold water's out of the question unless I was going to recook that. You know, like throw it in a skillet for a little bit. Then that might come out better because that was the most tender of them, I think. Although that's a little bit tough. It's definitely between these two. I think that's where I didn't get a bit of that brown trimmed off, and there's a little bit of fat under that, and that's why that's so crispy. And this one that just cuts real tough. And the crunchy bit is definitely the outer layer where we crisp that on the grill, because I got a bit on that as well. So I do like this, but I think it's a bit tough. So in my opinion, reconstituting this in the temperature of water that you would cook your steak in, that you'd want to bring your steak up to, i.e. for a medium rare you want 130 degrees, somewhere around there. So this was 130 degrees. And that definitely gave the best texture. Alright. So let's put this together because I'm going to make a sandwich with that later. So we decided that we're going to do 130 degrees. Okay. So let's see if we can get this water up to 130 degrees. Right now it's at 55. We'll just call that good. 128.3. Alright. So let's take these steaks that I got left over here. This is my one with skewers. I got high hopes for that. And these are my whole pieces of chunks of steaks unsliced. So let's put some water in there. Put some water in there. Try and even it out a little bit. Alright, so we're going to leave that set. Last time I did 3 minutes. I think we'll go 5 minutes on this one. Let that set for 5 minutes, reconstitute, and I'll be right back. Okay, that's been 5 minutes. They feel soft in there. Let's dig them out. Even though, I'll do it on this plate. Okay, let's see how this comes out. First we're going to cut into this big chunk of steak here. See how that works. You can kind of still see a little bit of pink in there, and that's because we didn't use boiling water. If we use boiling water, that would totally lose all of its pinkness. Oh yeah. That rehydrated very nice, that whole steak. Again, you can see the pink in that. Man, that's good. That came out nice. I'm impressed with that. Let's try the skewered ones. Pull out our skewers. I like that because it kind of held the steak together in the shape of a steak. But let's see how it tastes. Yeah. That's good. Oh yeah. Nice. I think I like this better because the moisture gets in between those different slices. Although this came out very tender in the middle. So either way it'd be good. Well, I am impressed with that. I don't know what this piece right here is not wanting to cut. I don't know if that's a fattier piece or what of the steak. I don't know what's wrong with that piece. Just tougher. Oh yeah, it's chewing tougher too. That had a bit of gristle in it. Gristle does not get tender from freeze drying. But the steak was gorgeous. Got some nice flavor to it too. If I had cut this whole steak and sliced it like I did the one with the skewers, I would probably have found that gristle and cut that out. just to give you a heads up on that. Well, it's just a short video. And John and Bib's conclusion on this, you might be different, is I like the whole steaks or the skewered steaks because it gives you the picture of a steak, whereas if the slices, when I take them out of the bag, can't really arrange it into what looks like a steak. I wouldn't hesitate to do either one of those. And like I say, in my bag of stuff that I've got, I have a few more of the skewered ones and a lot more of the whole steaks. And I'm going to be making the next video probably is going to be making a meal out of these steaks. But I wanted to get down the reconstitution first before I make the meal. And in John and Bib's opinion, this is the way to go. 130 degrees or 128, 29 in there. The cold, it came out good. And I actually might, in my video, I might do it in cold because I'm going to try something different. We're going to try and heat that up, I think, and make a meal. But we'll see. You have to watch that in the next video to see how we do that. But if you're looking to eat just the steak with rehydrating it, you want to use warm water, probably about 130 degrees, like a hot shower water. And I don't think you'll go wrong. I know this is a short video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something from this. And I look forward to seeing you next time for my steak meal in a Mylar bag. I'll see you then.